woman says she is being snubbed in her neighborhood after deciding not to respond to an invitation to a street party celebrating the coronation of King Charles III. As the May 6 date of the coronation gets nearer, more street parties are beginning to be planned, but the woman, who has not been named, chose not to respond to a flyer that was posted through her letterbox, and that appears to have raised the hackles of families along her road, resulting in neighbors knocking at her door to speak their minds. It drove her to post a note anonymously onto the internet forum Mumsnet, informing readers that residents organizing a street party for May 6 were hassling her for a reply to the flyer. She wrote, "I didn't pay a great deal of attention to the flyer, as it's on a day I'll be at work, and as a Republican, I'm allergic to anything with a royal theme." But because of her failure to respond, she said she received an unexpected call from a disgruntled neighbor she did not know. She added in her post, "This evening a man I've never met before knocked on my door and announced that he is one of my neighbors and wanted to know if I would be attending the party as we hadn't RSVP'd." It became clear to her that he was annoyed she had not replied, adding that she had been shocked at his attitude and the implication that she was being rude and unneighborly, The Sun has reported. The man even told her he was keeping a list of those who had not responded. She wrote, "It's just a bring-your-own-food type of party in a courtyard area between some houses," and asked readers if anyone thought she was being unreasonable for ignoring the printed leaflet. The question certainly appeared to divide opinion, with some thinking it was impolite not to respond, while others backed her, saying it was no big deal. One responder wrote, "Would it have been so difficult to send a response? I'd have replied with a yes or no, just out of politeness. It's no skin off my nose and would literally have taken seconds." Another claimed they shared her Republican views but thought she was making a huffy deal out of nothing. They added, "It's just a bit of community spirit, isn't it? Cheer up." Another thought she should have at least said no, thank you to the man and left the matter there. But the woman replied to that post, saying, "I did politely say no thank you, we won't be attending, but got quite a SHY response back." One responder tried a little diplomacy in their post, stating, "I received one of those but I read it carefully. It required RSVP due to table and chair numbers but it also said they were applying for planning permission to close the road off and did I object? I replied no thanks to party, no objection to road closure, have a lovely time, then I posted it back to them. Took me 5 minutes in total." Don't miss. Dominic Robb set to be offered a comeback gig as GB News presenter. Latest, this emergency alert that will be sent to mobiles is utterly absurd. Reaction, Raducanu defended by Murray's ex-coach's reason for loss emerges. Report, another said, "I hate these sort of things. I'm with you, not a fan of the royal family, not interested, won't be watching any of it. I'm also not a fan of street parties. I am an introvert so tend to find large gatherings like that awkward and uncomfortable. Whilst I am polite and will say hello, I also like to keep myself to myself." One person wondered if the man at the door was retired, adding, "Perhaps they have more time on their hands than others to be going around asking who's coming or not." But one person who found themselves in a similar position said, "I RSVP'd no to a Jubilee party on our street and had a neighbor come to question me as to why I wasn't going, because I don't want to. So this time I didn't bother." However, another Mumsnet contributor warned, "You're alienating yourself from the neighborhood." should have responded and kept your anti-royal sentiments to yourself. Nobody likes a non-respecting party pooper. Although one observer, responding to recent news that street parties for King Charles did not appear to be as good a box office draw as previous events held in honor of the late Queen, proffered, maybe he's desperately knocking on doors to try to tout for attendees, as turnout looks like it's going to be low. Explains the grumpy, rude behavior from him.